Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day. The Centurion Action 10. It's UK Day, or is it British Day, or Great Britain Day? Let's use Great Britain because it has the word great in it. Great Britain is the country that has always been great, I guess. You have it in your name. And this player describes his performance as a hard... This was hard. It was a hard carry, he says. Let's watch his antics, then we're going to watch a second game. It's an encounter mode. He's top tier. There's tier 8s in the game, and he's a tier 10, and he's going to just, well, be aggressive, as you will see. It's always fun to feature the British tanks, because they're underwhelming in every way, and every now and then you get a game where they just look fantastic. And I think that's kind of... Is that kind of the same for the UK? Those of you watching from the other side of the pond? A little underwhelming in every way, but every now and then you look fantastic. Kind of like Canada. A little bit underwhelming in every way, but man, we're fantastic, I tell you. When we come together, he shoots, he scores! Oh, and then all manner of celebrations erupt. I think it's the same, if after 25 years Great Britain wins a cricket match versus India or something, right? It's the same thing, isn't it? Or if you beat Australia in cricket, it's like, ah, we're great, we're Britain. I told you. It only took 33 years. I'm not sure about that statistic. If you're watching from Great Britain, let me know. When was the last time the UK beat, say, India or Australia in a cricket match? Not a friendly, where the Australians let their children play. Like if the Australian cricket team, or let's call it if the Indian cricket team decided to take a holiday and they let their kids play in a friendly match versus Great Britain, then maybe after 5 days of playing, or how long do you play cricket? 4 days? Then maybe it would be kind of like a draw. and Great Britain could say, see, we can hold our own versus those Indians. And that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like a real game. A game in a tournament that meant something. How long's it been? Someone from the UK. Perhaps I'm wrong. Perhaps Great Britain just asserted its dominance over the world cricket world. The world cricket world? Yeah, the world cricket world. Ain't that so, he says, and this guy has no idea. He's got no idea. And no HP as well. He has no idea and no HP. Isn't that funny how... I'm going to change the subject now. I find it ironic and funny that how those two things go together. When you have no idea, fairly quickly you end up with no HP. But the point was, I was taking a piss. No, not taking that piss. Taking the piss on my... Do you say take a piss on someone? You guys from the UK. Do you take a piss? I'm taking the piss on the Brits? Taking a piss on the Brits? Or I'm taking the piss of the Brits? How do you say it? Because it's like an of or a the. Now you guys invented the language, so correct me. Would you say, I'm taking the piss of the Brits? I'm taking the piss of you. I don't know. It doesn't. You guys, it just rolls out for you guys. But sometimes I make a mistake and I say, well, I'm taking a piss on you. And I said that to some British friends and they were like, yo, mate. Anyway, that's besides the point. I digress. My mind, it weaves. It's like a dream weaver. Dream weaver. Now, hold on a second. This is a World of Tanks channel. Just in case you didn't know. And he was losing by 4 tanks or 5 tanks or something. Right? And there's 3 in the cap. And this is why it's hard. See how hard that was? Now it's an encounter mode, so it's very important to have different angles to shoot people from. And whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. And now there's a little, and you can let this little guy do the sniping, and you need to reconnect with your roots, your Action 10 roots, where you can circumvent the map. Is he going clockwise? Oh, he's actually not. He's not going clockwise, guys. He's not going around the map. He's just going forward and back. He's going in a straight line forward and a straight line back. So he's not going around the map clockwise. Just get that out of your head. This is not the one example where driving around the map clockwise was a successful strategy. We all know that that doesn't work. And all he did was he started at his spawn and he drove in one direction. And now he's going to drive in the other direction soon. As soon as he sees this Centurion 7-1. Ah! See? So he's heading. He's going to get hull down. He's heading straight for him. He knows that he's fighting a tier 9 and he's a tier 10. So, boom. So the tier 9 really has no chance, no hope. No, but the artillery's helping him. And the Selma. And the tier 9 does not know how to do this. It's very difficult. All the tier 9 has to do is this now. But he needs to go back and practice in a training room in World of Tanks. Get in a training room. As soon as the battle starts, just do this. It doesn't matter where you are, where you're pointing. Just do this. And something will happen when you do that. I'm speaking to that player now in the tier 9, the Centurion 7-1. Just go in a training room. When the game starts, whatever's happening, doesn't really matter. Just do this. And then you'll be shocked. You'll hear a noise. And something will come out of your gun barrel. And you'll go, oh! Is that how it works? And the self-propelled Muppet propelled himself into the open to end this hard carry, as he described it. And it was an ace tanker hard carry with 7,000 damage. All right, let's switch from hard carry to fun game. And then you guys can let me know in the comment section which one was hard and which one was fun. But this particular player describes his gaming experience as this was a fun game. And let me elaborate a little bit on some of the things you have to learn in order to ensure that you become a fairly good player in this game. And I guarantee if you practice these two things, very simple things, and these are important things because a lot of videos and a lot of the media, not media, but the gameplay that you'll see online by some of the great players, they'll tell you things like, I went to this position, I'm concealed, I'm hull down, I'm just going to take a shot here, this is the weak spot, you have to side scrape from this rock, you have to make it to E2 before, they give you strategy, and that's fine, except when you try and do it, you die, because they're better than you, and their crew's better than yours, and when they say I'm concealed, it's because their tank has 37% concealment, and they have a 523 meter view range, and they're running food and consumables and field modifications and all the stuff that you don't have. And they say, oh, I'm invisible here, and I'll just say hello to these poor players. Hello, and then they shoot everyone. And you go, wow. And you believe in your mind that you've learned something. Except when you go there, you're grinding and you get to tier 9 and you get your E50. And you watched a video from a popular streamer who shows you how to do it. And then you launch the game and it's the same map and you're top tier just like they were. And you're spawning in the south spawn just like the video you just watched. And you know that they went to the center ridge, go to the center ridge line and get the initial spots and then pin these enemies down as they try and cross this. And I can just take some cheeky shots here while they cross. Look at this. I've racked up 3,800 damage and I haven't been spotted yet. Then you go there and you've just started. This is your third game in the E50. And you're testing out what equipment to use. You're not sure. You've put vertical stabilizers on there and you put enhanced gun lane drive. You didn't really know what to do. And you trained your crew in fire prevention. And you go out there and you poke the center ridge line. You get out there. It took you a little longer to get there. You don't. Well, why does my E50 only go 37 kilometers an hour? I just watched that video, and his E50 goes 46 kilometers an hour. What's up with that? But anyways, you get there, and you poke the center ridge line. You notice that half the tanks has already crossed the opening. You go, how are they so fast? They already crossed the opening. Well, I'm here now. I'll shoot that last. There 5 of them have already crossed. I'll shoot this guy, and you shoot them. And as soon as you shoot them, you immediately get hit 6 times before a little light bulb goes up on your screen. You get hit before the light bulb, and you go, what? I thought I was invisible here. And while you're thinking that you thought you were invisible, your commander says, this vehicle's had it. Bail out. The loader bought the farm. Ammo rack hit. Our track's been hit. We can't move. We're on fire. Put out the fire. The loader bought the farm. And then the screen goes blank. And there's your dead tank there in a flaming heap of destruction. So what did you learn from watching that video? You learned that you're not as good as the person that did the video. That's what you learn. All right? So now I'm going to teach you, not teach you, now I'm going to share with you some actual information that is guaranteed to make you a better player. And it has nothing to do with learning positions or your skill or trying to emulate anyone else's type of play style. It removes all that from the equation and simply zeroes in on some things that you can do that have nothing to do with all those other variables. And there's 2 simple things, right? 2 simple things. Number 1 is you have to learn how to do this. Okay? Now, a lot of you probably know how to do that already, but a lot of you probably don't do that enough. And that's just with your right hand on the mouse, this. When you do this, your gun fires. And if you don't do this, you won't hurt anyone. So like that Centurion 7-1, he needs to go in a training room and learn to do this. The other thing you need to learn how to do is with your left hand. Your left hand is hovering, these 3 fingers are usually hovering on the A, W, D key. You know, left, right, forward. S is backwards. Some people have remapped their Q, W, E, meaning Q is left, E is right, W is forward, right? W is forward. Learn how to do this. With this finger in the middle, this one, jump over the W key and hit the number 2 key. All right? I'm right at the beginning of the game. Do this. Daddy, the game started. What do I do? Okay, you've done that. Then start playing and do this. If you do those 2 things more often than you do them now think, okay, now, Claus said all I have to do is do this and I win the game. Like, concentrate. Try and understand the concept for Christ's sakes, okay? Just understand what I'm trying to say. Just do those 2 things more often than you do them now. You're starting to follow the concept I'm trying to lay out for you. Do this and this more often than you do now. Everything else being equal, you'll be a better player. You'll have better statistics. Guaranteed. I guarantee you don't have to learn anything. You don't have to watch tactics. You don't have to be mesmerized by the performance of a Unicom. Just go out, play your game, in whatever tank you want. Do this and this. Oh, Claus is right. I started playing, and usually I don't do this. I'm a cheap bastard, and I was not doing this very much. And a lot of times when I wasn't sure whether I'd hit the enemy or whether he was there or not, I didn't do this. And now I do this and this a lot more often. He's right. My WN8 went up 743 points. I'm doing more damage. I thought I'd share that with you. It's simple. Sometimes you have to break it down into simple things. The simple basics. Like you can't start at the top of the pyramid, okay? You don't start with the last piece on top of the pyramid. You don't watch the Unicom gameplay, the pinnacle of the pyramid, and say, "Oh yeah, that's the one I want." It doesn't work that way. You got to start at the bottom, at the base. You got to build the base first, and the base is the basics. So, I think I've described the basics for you.
This is for you.
Did you see that? That wasn't aimed. That had no idea whether that was going to be even worth it, but he did this. Sometimes I outdo myself. Sometimes I outdo myself. Now, this guy says this game is fun and the other one was hard. And I'm looking at his situation now, and I'm thinking that potentially it's reversed. Potentially this one's hard and the other one looked pretty fun to me. And now see? Couldn't find the enemy? Just do that! If you do this, Wargaming knows what you want to achieve when you do this. Well, not Wargaming, I'm not talking about the employees. Once again, just think, for Christ's sakes. I'm not saying that an employee in an office at Wargaming headquarters knows that you're doing this at the particular moment that you're doing it. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, as he did this the last 4 times, completely unaimed, the circle not even on the tank that he was trying to shoot. When you do this in the game program knows what your intention is. It does. It's programmed to know. So when you do this, the program decides what happens next. So when you're driving full speed in your Burask, which has some of the worst gun handling statistics in the game, and you're going full speed, 85 kilometers an hour because you got turbo and whatever else, and you're moving down the map and you go over a ledge and you're flying through the air, turning sideways, right? So your gun's almost pointed up at the sky, and as you're doing that, when an enemy lights up, and you just look in that direction and do this.
Yeah, sure, we're not in a hurry here.
The game program knows what you're trying to do. And sometimes the other player in that other tank that you just lurched your gun towards, his commander says, "Ammo rack hit! Put out the flames! This vehicle's had it! Bail out!" But if you don't do this, you have no chance of that happening. And usually, you will hit those shots. If you do this, and the last 7 times you did this, you've missed. The shot's hit the dirt, or it's hit a tree, or it's flown up and hit a seagull that was flying by. If the last 7 times you did this, you've missed, chances are much higher than when you're leaping through the air. If you do this, the game will say, it's let's give him some NRR.
You've wasted my time.
Not R. Let's give him some not really random G. But I digress. So which one was fun? See, another fun AMBT game. On top with 4,000 damage and 8 kills. Which one was fun and which one was hard? What's the balance between fun and hard? You guys leave it in the comment section. Let me know, and I'll catch you all. Am I supposed to ask you to subscribe to the channel? You guys, if you've watched my videos, you do. I always ask, but whatever. I'll catch you all on the next one.